Nigeria, it's a pleasure to have you join us on News Express. Nigeria's political atmosphere ahead of the 2027 presidential election has taken another dramatic turn after Peter Obi declared that what Nigeria urgently needs is not merely academic qualification, but a leader capable of creating and managing wealth. Speaking during an interview, the former Labour Party presidential candidate appeared to draw a sharp distinction between academic credentials and practical economic experience, while directly revisiting earlier comments made by Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. The comments immediately sparked national debate because they touch on one of the most sensitive political questions ahead of 2027. The kind of leadership Nigeria truly needs during a period of economic hardship, rising unemployment, inflation, and growing public frustration. Obi's remarks came in response to comments Kwankwaso made at Chatham House in London back in 2023. The former Kano governor said his academic background and political experience made him more qualified for the presidency than serving as Obi's running mate. At the time, both men were political rivals contesting separately under different parties. But now, political circumstances has changed dramatically. Today, both politicians align under the Nigerian Democratic Congress, with growing speculation that Kwankwaso can eventually emerge as Obi's running mate after the party zoned their presidential ticket to the southern region. Despite political alignment, Obi's latest comments reveal that the subtle battle over leadership credentials and political positioning within the opposition may still be very much alive beneath the surface. According to Obi, qualification depends on perspective. While acknowledging Kwankwaso's academic achievements and public service experience, including his doctorate degree and ministerial background, Obi insisted that Nigeria's current crisis requires a very different type of leadership. He said the country needs someone capable of creating wealth, capable of managing resources efficiently, and capable of building sustainable economic structures rather than merely contributing existing resources. This message reflects the broader image Obi has consistently attempted to project since entering national politics, that of a businessman and economic manager rather than a traditional career politician. Throughout his political journey, he has repeatedly emphasized fiscal discipline, business experience, cost reduction, investment attraction, and economic productivity as central pillars of his political philosophy. His latest comments, therefore, appear designed to strengthen that narrative further ahead of 2027 by emphasizing wealth creation over academic qualification alone. Obi is attempting to position himself as uniquely prepared to address Nigeria's economic challenges through practical experience rather than purely political credentials. At the same time, his remarks also carry broader political implications within the opposition coalition itself. Nigerian opposition politics ahead of 2027 is becoming increasingly competitive, with multiple influential figures trying to establish themselves as the strongest alternative to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the ruling All Progressive Congress. In that environment, every public statement becomes part of a larger struggle over perception, over credibility, and over leadership positioning. Even among allies, Political figures continue to carefully shape narratives about who possesses the experience, who is competent, and national appeal required to lead the opposition movement. Obi's comments about being labeled as a common trader also attracted attention because they reflect long-standing criticisms frequently directed against him by political opponents. Rather than rejecting the label entirely, Obi embraced the identity, stating that successful trading and wealth creation are among the most difficult and valuable skills in business and governance. According to him, if trading were truly simple, everyone will become wealthy traders. This argument aligns with his broader political strategy of transforming what critics present as weakness into evidence of economic competence and entrepreneurial understanding. The statement also taps into growing public frustration surrounding Nigeria's economy. Many Nigerians increasingly want leaders capable of improving productivity, capable of stabilizing the currency, capable of attracting investment, capable of creating jobs, and capable of reducing economic hardship. Obi's emphasis on wealth creation appears designed to connect directly with those anxieties. At the same time, critics may interpret his comments differently. Some may argue that governance involves far more than business experience alone, and that political leadership also requires institutional management, national security expertise, coalition building, and complex public administration skills. Others may view the remarks as an attempt to elevate himself above potential rivals within the opposition structures. But still, the timing of the comment is politically important. Nigeria's opposition space is currently undergoing massive realignment. Alliances are shifting rapidly, parties are restructuring, and presidential ambitions are becoming increasingly visible within the ADC. Figures like Atiku Abubakar and Rotimi Amechi are already openly positioning themselves for the presidential race. But meanwhile, within the NDC, Obi remains the dominant southern figure, while Kwankwaso continues to command major northern influence. This means that even within coalition structures, political positioning remains extremely sensitive. Public perception regarding competence, credibility, and national appeal can significantly shape future negotiations over tickets, over alliances, and over campaign leadership. Another important dimension of Obi's remarks is the larger national conversation about the qualities Nigerians now prioritize in leadership. For decades, Nigerian politics has often been shaped by national identity, ethnicity, religion, zoning arrangements, and political godfathers. However, worsening economic hardship is increasingly shifting public discussions towards issues of competence, issues of productivity, and governance outcomes. This explains why many politicians ahead of 2027 are now trying to frame themselves as problem solvers, as reformers, as technocrats, or economic managers rather than relying entirely on traditional political structures. Social media reactions to Obi's comments has already been intense. Supporters praise his focus on economic management and entrepreneurial experience, arguing that Nigeria needs practical leadership capable of generating prosperity rather than depending solely on political theory. Critics are accusing him of directly undermining Kwankwaso despite their current political alliance. The broader significance of the interview goes beyond the issue of academic qualification. It reflects the growing battle over political identity within Nigeria's opposition movement, where multiple influential figures are now competing not only against the ruling party, but also against one another's public narratives and leadership claims. For now, however, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. The road to 2027 is no longer simply about party structures or political alliances alone. It is becoming a fierce contest over who can most conveniently present themselves as the leader capable of rescuing Nigeria from its current economic and political challenges. Because in modern Nigerian politics, the battle for power is increasingly becoming a battle over competence, battle over credibility, and who voters believe can actually rebuild the country's future. Stay with us on News Express for more updates and in-depth analysis. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I am Cassie Tony, and many thanks for watching.